I reviewed a lot of cars lately, but this is honestly just funny. I didn't rent this just for leisure. I'm actually going to use this cargo van for the true purpose, helping someone move. This is a 2019 Nissan NV 2500 high roof. High roof because it has a high roof, obviously. And I'm going to do a review on this Nissan for you guys. Vehicle height restrictions. This is a Nissan cargo van. You can use it as a passenger van as well. I'm not sure if you can use the high roof as a passenger van as well. Most likely you can. I mean, cargo van, passenger van conversions are simple and easy. But this one right here, I have the one with the V8. I have 2 MSRP sheets on the windshield, as you can see. So let's just go ahead and hop into it real quick. But the one I have, I just pointed out the chrome mirrors, for example, the V8. The V8 will have the chrome mirrors. The V6 will have the blacked out side mirrors. I'm not for sure if you get the chrome mirrors as an option for V6. 2020 NV 2500 high roof SV V8. The base price $35,000 when it was new 2019. This one is at $36,000. You had the 5.6 liter dual overhead cam V8. 375 brake horsepower and 387 foot-pounds of torque. 7-speed automatic gearbox. Let me go ahead and pop the hood real quick. There she is, all nice and clean. Usually when I pop these hoods open and these cargo vans, it's just dirt and grum everywhere. But this is the 5.6. I'm not for sure if this is the same endurance V8. It says dual overhead cam. And usually when I look at a Nissan Armada or a Nissan Titan, it will say endurance. So I'm not for sure this is the old V8 they put in the previous Nissan Armada, but just a 7-speed. I don't know. For the second MSRP sheet, as you can see, you got the high roof as well, SV, so it'll be the same trim level on the inside. I'll show you that in a second. But this will be with the 4-liter V6, 261 brake horsepower, 281 foot-pounds of torque. That is made into a 5-speed automatic gearbox. Different transmission and a different engine and the same size vehicle. I'll talk more about the V6 later on in the review. But let's go ahead and continue to walk around real quick. So yeah, this is the high roof. I remember seeing these high roofs like on the 4E series, something like that. It is pretty tall. You'll see sometimes Amazon delivery drivers use these. Sadly, discontinued for 2020 for some odd reason. I'm not sure if the sales just kind of low, but I think Nissan pulled out of it just a little too soon. The NV series, I believe, started back in 2011, 2012, but this one's actually in great shape. You get a little dirt here, but it's a cargo van, so it was actually used for its purpose. So let's go ahead and just open up all the doors and let the sunlight come in. If you're in here, you will need to open up the door. Just pull that little lever down there, and then pull this lever right here. It opens up the doors. Vehicle height restriction, let's see. Yeah, being 6'9", I cannot stand up in this thing all the way straight, so it is limiting that aspect for some odd reason. When I used to deliver for Amazon just for a brief period of time, I was able to stand up properly in the Ford Transit. I'm trying to get out of here. And I could stand up better in the Ram 2500. So this is on the tight side, trying to stand up properly if you're taller than 6'5". But overall, just looking at the cabin, you got some nice little space up here to put your envelopes, whatnot. Don't put any water bottles, stuff like that, could still probably fall off. Hopefully not hit you, but you know. I may have had some height restriction in the back trying to stand up. It is still tall to put whatever you need in there, but in the driving position, no height restriction whatsoever, especially for my left leg. I mean, honestly, it's so nice to be in here. I mean, it's so much better driving in this than it is a Ford Transit, the Ram, even a Chevrolet. I have yet to experience driving the Mercedes, but this one, no complaints. Feels like an old school, you know, American cargo van / passenger van. Very simple as well. Anyways, I have the keys right here. And as you can see, you just got simple, just lock and unlock, and then the alarm system right there. So I'm going to start the V8. The side doors are still open, and so is the back doors. Let's go ahead and start real quick. And it actually sounds like the Endurance V8 to me. Sounds great. Seat comfort, they're comfortable. You can get some more. I'm not for sure if optional you get the vinyl seats, the pure vinyl seats or leather seats in the cargo van. I know you can for the passenger van. I've driven the passenger van version of this, the V6 and the V8. Navigation, I believe, is an option, but this is simple, easy to use. I hate the direct tune on this because if you want to listen to say 92.3 or 92.9, whatever, you literally have to press 9 to 0.9. Usually press 9 to, then the point automatically comes on in different infotainment centers. But I mean, it's a small little pick there, but it's my little discomfort of it. Now, the Bluetooth, when you have a Bluetooth, you hook it up, it pairs up just like that. So it's actually pretty good. Backup camera though is, I know this is kind of sunny out right now. The quality of it is fair. That's all I can say. It's a cargo van. You can see, but it's like a black and white vision type of stuff. And as you heard, it had parking sensors as well. You turn on the parking sensors if you want to. You got auxiliary port right here, USB. Tow mode, you know, you can push this on. I'm not for sure what that little thing is to plug up. And got a little 12-volt outlet right there. Very simple, easy to use. Climate control as well, gets nice and cold. I like this, I really do. I get to more on the drive dynamics later on, probably actually another day, but let me go ahead and help the person I need to move real quick, and I will resume the review. All right, so now it's time for the driving portion of the 2019 Nissan NV 2500 SV V8. And as you can hear, it is a V8, but it's funny enough about the V8. I'll pop with the hood in a second, but I forgot to mention this earlier in the video when I did a complete walk around for the cargo van. When you open it up, it doesn't just stop right here, just like most of cargo vans, but you may not have known. You pull this lever right here, it releases the hinge right there, and then you have this little black little part right here, and they both kiss and meet up, just like so. Now let's see if you can still open it without it hitting it, and you can. It's just enough clearance right there, but still makes it. So I finished helping someone move earlier, and I didn't make all this mess, but it's not actually that bad. I need to throw that away. This little bottle right there, and my little dolly. Nice spot to keep the dolly. It didn't move around whatsoever. That's been there for a few minutes, and has to move from that spot. So this little pattern right here is actually pretty good. Keeps things steady. But I'm about to pop open the hood real quick, and there's something I want to show you. I was over at my granddad's house earlier, and I popped open the hood while the engine was running, and this is something kind of weird. You see the power steering fluid? I've never seen it boiling like that. Maybe it's due to the heat, because it is hot underneath here. I mean, very hot. The clutch fan is on currently, so I think that's why I'm feeling all the heat. But I never seen the power steering boil like that. Maybe because it's a clear plastic, I'm not for sure. But nevertheless, if you actually listen to the engine, it's really close to sounding like a diesel. This has to be the Endurance V8, the same in the QX80 and the newer Nissan Armada. It has a 7-speed automatic gearbox, which I'll get to in a second, while the V6 still has a 5-speed automatic gearbox. Let's go for a nice little drive. Roll up the windows. It's automatic down, but not automatic up. We got manual shift, so what you do is just press it right here, and then where the D is, it shows 1 back to D. You want to upshift and all that, it's right there. So 5.6 liter V8, made it to a 7-speed automatic gearbox. Has very nice acceleration. I love the fact that it's a V8. But let's go ahead and give it a nice little acceleration here. I come to a stop, no one's behind me. And let's just see what it could do. I may or may not do a 0-60, but I will floor it, and here we go. Wow, that was nice. And I did say earlier that none of the stuff moved. It didn't move that far. It's probably like a a screw or two that just went back, but it did push me back some. You do have to remember this is a cargo van. And sorry if I sound like I'm yelling. It's actually not that loud, and I'll get to the interstate here in a second, but it's just a little echo. I hear my echo and I'm just talking louder. But that was actually pretty cool. I didn't actually count what it was, and I wasn't planning to do in 0-60, but listen to that V8. Yeah, that was I just wanted to keep going. Normal roadway speeds, 40 miles an hour. This is actually well insulated. I have to say, it's very insulated back in here. Get up to highway speeds. Now we're on the highway doing highway speeds. I am on the bridge. I do have to raise my voice a little bit. You can hear the road noise just a little bit, but I promise you it's not as bad. But doing about let's punch it up to 70. Now there was a low back in the rear, then you probably want to hear the road noise as much. Let's give them this paved surface right here. Yeah, much better. You do hear a little wind noise from the top, just a tad bit, because this is the high roof, you got to remember. But I'm actually enjoying the ride. The turning radius, if you want to bust the U, stuff like that, it's not as bad as you would imagine. There's enough feedback in the steering wheel to actually go back straight, as you just saw, so that's actually pretty good. But let me try it one more time to see how well it is. So turn in full lock, and yeah, it's not so bad actually, considering its size. If you were ever to get the NV Nissan, then get in the cargo van. If you don't tow that much or haul that much, if you do, you know, let's say lawn equipment, stuff like that, yeah, the V6 will be fine. But do not get the V6 in the passenger van. That thing was dog slow. I mean, very dog slow. The 4.3 liter V6 in the Chevrolet Express is so much superior than the 4 liter in the Nissan. Now I'm experiencing the rain, and I can hear pretty much everything. So a divider would be nice, but yeah, I don't have one. So take into consideration, if you want one of these, a high roof, doesn't matter the brand, yeah, you're gonna hear the rain drops a lot, like you're in the shed. But it is what it is, just turn up the music. And I'm actually gonna close out this video with this model right here. This is actually another NV 2500, but this is the V6. As you can see, this is a completely different van. This is actually a 2020 model right here, but this is the 4 liter V6 that you have right here. So this is the first time you're actually driving another one. This is just actually pulled up. As you see, the brake fluid is still boiling, but the engine bay is not as hot as it is or as it was in the V8. But it's a respectable V6 in here, I would say. More powerful V6 options than this, but this is a pretty big engine, 4 liters, versus the 3.6 in the Ram and the 3.7 in the Ford. So it should have some power. But this shows you the V6. Interior is the same. This one actually got floor mats on it. This actually has less miles. This has 12,000 miles for 2020, so that's actually pretty good. Interior is the same, everything's the same, but again, you got this V6. So I'm gonna give it a little acceleration, put my seatbelt real quick, and let's just see what it can do. 5-speed automatic, still got the manual shift modes down over here, but let's go ahead and put our foot into it. Off the line a little bit, and let's go. Foot to the floor. It's got some power. It's not, you know, explosive as the V8, but it's pretty good. You do hear a lot of the exhaust inside the cabin. I'm on the dirt gravel road right now, so that's why I hear a lot of noise and bumps. But let's go ahead and give it an acceleration, and let's see if we can hear it. But it's still respectable for a V6. Again, if you get the V6, get the cargo van. Don't get the passenger van. It's kind of a dog. But nevertheless, I mean, it's respectable. So, having driven the NV 25 series. I've really grown accustomed to this cargo van, but each cargo van has its own advantage and disadvantages. This isn't as maneuverable as the Ram. The V6 is slower in this than it is the Ford. The turning radius is going to be iffy and has a very long hood, so it's going to be kind of difficult maneuvering in tight spaces if you're not comfortable. If you have a Nissan NV 2500, let me know what it is like living with it daily, if it's your workhorse. But this is Omar for Vehicle Height Restrictions. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.